Hi guys, it's Casey. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today's Martin Luther King Day, which means I'm off from work, and I'm still gonna do some work and cleaning, but I don't have to, which is great. So we are still plowing through the new catalog. I am reviewing the scents from each category. So you guys can look back if you want. I have already done the new releases, the fresh, the citrus, the fruity, the floral, and we are on to bakery. And you guys know that in the fall winter, bakery is real heavy. This time we have 10 cents. So that's not anything to really sneeze at. If you can hear that, that's my dogs. It's a little wet outside, and so they have to stay in their cages till they're dry. And she's mad about that. So she's a baby. Anyway, her name's Ripley. She's a gigantic German Shepherd, but she's well loved, and she knows she can get her way with a little bit of whining. So that's what we got going on. It's my girl. Anyway, so I will do as I've done in the last videos. I will show you the wax. I'll tell you the name. I'll show you the color. I will read what Scentsy says. I will tell you my impressions. And if I've warmed it before, I'll let you know about performance. So, sorry. Real life. Anyhow, so here's the first one, is Almond Croissant. And this one is like a tan colored wax. I love this one. This one says, a fresh baked croissant is made even more heavenly with cinnamon, sugar, and an infusion of almond. I love this scent. It was new to the catalog fall winter, and I was expecting to need to put it in my club because it is super good. Like, it is probably my favorite bakery. At least it's my favorite bakery in this catalog for sure. So I smell cinnamon. I don't know if I necessarily smell cinnamon sugar or just cinnamon. And it does have like a very buttery, like bakery note. It's not to me, like some confection scents, like sugar cookie can be really like sweet, like cookie or like cake kind of scents. This does have a sweetness, but it's like flaky, buttery pastry. And it is really good. Now, let me tell you that I have warmed this many times, and it is a super good performer. If you want a bakery that's not too vanilla-y, and that does have a little bit of that cinnamon, it's heaven. And it's super strong. It lasts a really long time. Excellent mixer. I think this is the best of the bunch. So I would, if I were you, I'd go there. The next one is apple butter frosting. I'm glad this one is back. It is like a beige colored wax. It says, a heartwarming medley of cinnamon spiced apples and decadent vanilla buttercream. This one, guys, the first time I warmed it was like last season, a few months ago, and I fell in love with it. So it does have a very cinnamon present note. So it says cinnamon spiced apples, but I do get the apples. It's like, imagine that you have like an apple pie and you just have like that filling, you know, with that like glazed apple. And the apple to me does read a little bit more red apple than green apple. And it says vanilla buttercream. I don't necessarily get a frosting component. I get more of like that like simmering apple with like cinnamon glaze, but a red apple. This one is also a really excellent performer. So if this is a good one. So it definitely is bakery. I know it says apple, but it does not read fruity. It reads like that warm, beautiful, bubbling, cinnamon glazed apple stuff. So great. So great. The next one is apple cherry strudel. It is a bright red wax, and it says Granny Smith apple cherry and vanilla drizzle. Insist on dessert first. Okay, so on cold sniff, this reads very fruity. So I'm trying to see. I do get an apple and I do get a cherry. The cherry is a little bit candied, so it doesn't smell like fresh cherry, but more like maraschino cherry almost. And I don't know, I guess it's a Granny Smith apple. It's kind of a crisp apple and vanilla. It does have like a hint of spice, not necessarily cinnamon, but just kind of spice. It smells really good on cold. Let me tell you that I have warmed this before, and the thing about this is it smells good for like a minute, and then it just like dies. Like it's like it goes from smelling good to like an hour later smell nothing. And it's not a nose blind thing, because I was like, what, like an hour? Like that's a really short burn time for me. Oh, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee today, but anyhow, I guess this is real life, so I'm trying to be authentic, my authentic self. But it does not last. It peters out like in an hour, like an hour and a half. Like it breaks my heart when people order this for me, because I struggle. I'm like, do I tell them, don't order this, it's awful, like it does not perform, especially if they smelled it, and so like I think that they know what it smells like, or do I let them get it and maybe they'll love it? I don't know. I always struggle with like, what do you do in those circumstances? But anyways, this one, it smells really nice, but it just doesn't have any lasting power at all. The next one is baked apple pie. And this one is kind of a darker beige colored wax. And it says flaky crust, apples and spices combined in a strong scent. Agreed. This smells like baked apple pie. Like it really, I get a crust note. I get a cinnamon, nutmeg note. I get an apple note. It's good. And when it says a strong scent, I agree. So this to me definitely reads more fall. But I mean, like I have a brick. I love it. It's a very nice, beautiful scent. It is very cozy smelling. I guess like what would I say? The spice note is really prominent first. But that's the kind of apple pie that I like. Like I don't want to have to be searching for it. I want like that, like bubbling juiciness. The thing that makes this different than apple butter frosting to me is I definitely get a crust note. Like I definitely get sort of a buttery note, like a pastry, flaky note. So it's really good. And it's a great, great, great performer. So this is one that I would highly recommend. The next one is Blueberry Cheesecake, marked as a bestseller. And it is kind of a white colored wax. And it says thick, rich New York cheesecake with a light graham cracker crust and delicious blueberries. Guys, this will blow you out of your house. This is like super, 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 super strong to me. Like of all the bakery scents, I feel like this is probably top or very, very close to the top ever. Oh, it also is one of those that has this colored like front and this colored wax, which I like. So on cold, you get blueberries first, and it's not fresh blueberries. It is definitely, though, not candy blueberries. It's like kind of like sugared blueberries with like kind of their juice, you know? But, and then on cold, you can smell like a little bit of that cream cheese, like almost like not sour, bad, like sour milk smell, but like kind of the sourness of the cream cheese. And you just smell it like kind of a little bit in the tester on cold. But on warm, this will blow you out of your house. Like, honestly, I could put 1 cube in my kid's room and I could smell it in my bedroom. Like, it's super strong. It travels everywhere. It's very strong. And the creaminess of the cheesecake comes through, and kind of the sour note of it. I struggle with what's the right word. It's not sour, but it's like kind of that punch note of the cheesecake comes through. I have never gotten the graham cracker crust note on cold or warm. I don't smell graham cracker. I don't smell crust. I just smell kind of like the inside of the cheesecake and the blueberry note. It's a very strong. My kids really love this smell. So if you want powerhouse scent, and it's very different. It's very different than all these other kind of vanilla based ones. That's a strong one. The next one is Butter Pecan, and it says, if fall had a flagship fragrance, this blend of candied pecan and maple folded with butter would be a strong contender. And I do like this one. I know it says it's fall. I don't know that it necessarily breeds fall. And maybe that's because, like, in Texas especially, I don't know other places, but in Texas, butter pecan ice cream is like a big thing. And so it kind of like reminds me of fall, like butter pecan, but then also like ice cream reminds me of summer. So it says candied pecan and maple folded with butter. So I don't smell maple. My nose picks up maple pretty easily. It's like one of those scents that are like really prominent for me. I smell a nuttiness, like the pecans, and like a butteriness. I don't smell maple. Now on warm, I do get a little bit of like the caramelized note of the pecans, which I suppose is the maple. But it doesn't have necessarily like that maple quality so much as just like kind of browning sugar quality to me. Not like maple syrup, but more just like brown sugar. So it's a good one, and I love a nutty scent. We don't have a lot. Like usually we have a nutty scent in the catalog, but this is a good one. And I formed it one time. I kind of skipped over it. I don't really know why, but my cousin ordered some, and so I smelled it and I was like, I'm gonna try that. And so I ordered some and tried it, and it's a good performer. And I like the nuttiness. I think the nuttiness is really warm and pretty smelling. It does not have a lot of like spice or anything like that. So it's mostly like nutty and sugary. So it's a good one. Butter pecan. The next one is Mocha Doodle, and it is a brown wax. And what Scentsy says is delicious roasted coffee beans and cocoa balanced with sugar, caramel, and heavy cream. So they took this out of the catalog, and I don't know if like people were mad or if they were just like, God, we need a coffee scent. We don't have anything else. Like we've done coffee and we don't have any other ideas. So they brought it back. I'm not really sure. But as coffee scents go, this one is really sugary and chocolatey, and it doesn't read like full on coffee to me. Like the coffee scents that I really like, just read coffee and like maybe a little bit of like creaminess, like because I like cream in my coffee, so maybe a little bit of cream, but this one is chocolatey. And the coffee note gets a little like much, like it kind of gets the backseat, I guess, to the chocolate. It says sugar, caramel, and heavy cream. And I guess I do get a little bit of a caramel note, yeah, and a creaminess. And this is a decent performer. I'd say medium plus, and it's good. It's good. If it's the only coffee scent we have, and you want coffee, it's not bad. So, and then we got Sugar Cookie. Sugar Cookie doesn't say bestseller, but I'm guessing it. I don't know how they decide what a bestseller is, but I'm guessing this is a pretty good seller. And it's kind of a beigey color wax. And it says warm, sweet blend of butter, sugar, and creamy vanilla. And it is those things. It does have vanilla, and it's like baking vanilla, like more vanilla extract taste or smell, taste, and butteriness and sugar. It does smell like a sugar cookie. The thing about this one for me is that it feels really like an afterthought scent. Like it's not very special. Like it's just kind of vanilla cookie, which is fine, but it's more of like a mixer scent to me. Like if I want to add a bakery note to a fruit, or if I want to add a bakery note to a woods kind of thing, like if I just want some like buttery sugariness, vanilla based stuff, I would add sugar cookie. But on its own, it just doesn't do it for me. It's just kind of like a little boring. It also isn't super, super strong. Like as vanilla based scents perform, I prefer like Almond Croissant to this if I'm gonna warm it on its own. But it's a decent mixer. I mean, it's not bad. The reason that it sticks around is because it's pretty universal. It's pretty well loved. So the other one that is pretty well loved, Vanilla Bean Buttercream. And this one does say bestseller, and it's kind of another beigey colored wax. And it says decadent buttercream frosting made with the freshest butter whipped with cane sugar and vanilla extract. So I do, like over time, initially, like I almost couldn't detect much of a difference between sugar cookie and vanilla bean buttercream. But over time, I have been able to get that buttercream note that comes out in this. It's definitely like more of a frosting note and really sweet, like really, really sweet frosting note. I have the same issue that I have with sugar cookie, which is, I mean, it's a nice scent. It's pretty, but it's pretty basic. And so for me, this is also like a mixer scent with other bakery scents, with fruity scents, with citrus scents. This is more of a mixer for me. On its own, it's just a little one note, which is fine. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that people can't want just sort of a vanilla based scent. I just feel like we have things that are more interesting. So it's good. For performance, I would say both this and sugar cookie, I'm not super impressed with. It's not that I hate them, but they're not like, you know, they're just kind of a background scent. They fill a room, but it's not like super noticeable. It's pretty calm as scents go. But like if you're gonna sell your house and you want still to have some like, you know, baking cookie smell or something like that, something that you know will not offend people, I would try either sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream because it's really subtle in my mind. But also like pretty universal and pretty smelling. So vanilla bean buttercream. And then the last one I've already talked about, but I'll just like recap, is Vanilla Waves. It's a new scent and it's also kind of a white beige color. And it says sea salt and whipped vanilla crash into sticky caramel for an elegant fusion of opposites. So when I first smelled this, I told you it was kind of a basic Betty vanilla scent. Now having smelled vanilla bean buttercream and sugar cookie right next to it, I do get a little bit of the saltiness that I missed on the first go around, but it still smells very basic-y to me. I'm really excited to try it and warm it to see if it's more of a love. Like I have to say, like Almond Croissant, when I smelled it on cold the first time, I was like, okay, smells all right. And warm, I was like in love, buy all the things. Why don't we have this in every medium ever? So that might happen with me for Vanilla Waves. We'll see. But that's the last of them. So let me tell you my tops. I'm gonna say number 3 would be Baked Apple Pie. Very true to the scent, strong performer. Number 2 would be Apple Butter Frosting. A new like love for me. This is a good one. And you guys know, like I didn't do a good job of hiding my enthusiasm. Almond Croissant is top. So that would be my number one. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Next time we're gonna go over spice and woods. Like I said, spice only has 2. So there's that. Let me also tell you just like what we're going to be losing in the bakery category in case you are like, I need me those things. You just got another couple of weeks and then these things will go away. So you can add them to your club, or you can buy a 6-pack or whatever. So we're losing apple and oats. We are losing breakfast in bed. We're losing brownie batter, candied cranberry pecan, hug in a mug, pumpkin roll, stroopwafel delight, and those are the ones that we're losing. So I would definitely say that I imagine breakfast in bed will come back. It was super popular. It's going to be my guess. Brownie batter, I'm surprised to go out, so that might be end of the line. We'll see. I like candied cranberry pecan. I bet that one comes back. I didn't risk it though, and I put it in my club. Hug in a Mug is a bestseller, so I'd guess that one would come back. I bet pumpkin roll comes back, and stroopwafel delight would be my guess that those come back. Apple and oats, I'm not sure about. It was a new release, so usually they give it 2 seasons. So I imagine that many of these will come back, but maybe not brownie batter. So if that's a fave of yours, I would definitely pick it up. So that's everything. I hope you guys are enjoying a day off. And if you're not, I hope this brought a little bit of a smile to your face. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.